It started with the words insignificant, a tiny pebble on our path, unnoticed and distant. But as our lips clashed in heated dispute, that little pebble turned into a boulder absolute. Never did I foresee such trivial things, breaking us apart, causing such stings. Every tiny cut deepened and grew, turning our love into a bitter brew. A trivial fight, deep wounds unfurled, tearing us apart without a word. The love we once cherished, now just a memory, buried in the wounds that set us free. Day by day passed in silent strife, our eyes full of anger, cutting like a knife. Every spoken word only made it worse. A trivial fight became a curse. Never did I foresee such trivial things, breaking us apart, causing such stings. Every tiny cut deepened and grew, turning our love into a bitter brew. A trivial fight, deep wounds unfurled, tearing us apart without a word. The love we once cherished, now just a memory, buried in the wounds that set us free. Day by day passed in silent strife, our eyes full of anger, cutting like a knife. Every spoken word only made it worse. A trivial fight became a curse. Never did I foresee such trivial things, breaking us apart, causing such stings. Every tiny cut deepened and grew, turning our love into a bitter brew. A trivial fight, deep wounds unfurled, tearing us apart without a word. The love we once cherished, now just a memory, buried in the wounds that set us free. Now we stand on different paths, facing life without the love that once was. A trivial fight left deep wounds behind, forever reminding our love has declined. Now we stand on different paths, facing life without the love that once was. A trivial fight left deep wounds behind, forever reminding our love has declined.
It started as tiny cracks in our mirror of love, barely visible, seemingly unimportant. But over time the cracks became clear, destroying the beautiful reflection that once was there. Tiny cracks in the mirror of love, why must they grow and start to cry? Love that was once whole is now full of pain. Tiny cracks becoming a wide chasm. Every word spoken adds a new crack, creating distance that's no longer vague. Day by day we drift further apart, our mirror of love shattered, no longer a work of art. Tiny cracks in the mirror of love, why must they grow and start to cry? Love that was once whole is now full of pain. of pain. Tiny cracks becoming a wide chasm. But if this mirror can't be made whole again, let's learn from the wounds, from the falling rain. True love might heal the broken shards, tiny cracks that once tore us apart. Can we mend up this mirror somehow, or let the pieces take us away now? If love still exists, let's give it a try, erasing the cracks, bringing love back to life. Tiny cracks in the mirror of love, why must they grow and start to cry? Love that was once whole is now full of pain. Tiny cracks that once tore us apart.
We used to always be together, sharing joyful laughter. Days were full of color, smiles on every face. But now everything has changed over a trivial matter. A small quarrel has turned our love into pain. When sharp words are spoken, our hearts begin to break apart. We forget the beauty of togetherness until the smiles slowly fade away. A quarrel that erases smiles, turning love into tears of sadness. We're lost in the middle of a petty conflict until the smiles slowly fade away. A quarrel that erases smiles, turning love into tears of sadness. We're lost in the middle of a petty conflict until finally the smiles are gone forever. Sweet memories begin to fade, erased by anger. As we hurt each other, our hearts grew distant. A quarrel that once was trivial, now a deep chasm, erasing all the laughter, leaving only deep sorrow. When sharp words are spoken, our hearts begin to break apart. And we forget the beauty of togetherness until the smiles slowly fade away. A quarrel that erases smiles, turning love into tears of sadness. We're lost in the middle of a petty conflict until the smiles slowly fade away. A quarrel that erases smiles, turning love into tears of sadness. We're lost in the middle of a petty conflict until finally the smiles are gone forever. If only we could go back to those beautiful days, erase all the wounds and start anew. But now only memories remain, left in our hearts. A quarrel that erases smiles, turning love into sorrow. A quarrel that erases smiles, turning love into tears of sadness. We're lost in the middle of a petty conflict until finally the smiles are gone forever. A quarrel that erases smiles, turning love into tears of sadness. We're lost in the middle of a petty conflict until finally the smiles are gone forever. A quarrel
faces smiles, leaving hearts shattered and fragile. Someday may we find our way back, erase the old wounds and bring back the smiles. In the beginning we were happy, smiles adorned our days. Laughter and joyful chatter, no one could foresee the haze. But slowly the clouds came, dark shadows creeping in. Small fights began to grow, sowing seeds of bitter sin. Every sharp word spoken leaves wounds deep in our hearts. We drift further apart, torn by the bitterness that starts. Love that was once so beautiful now turns into pain. Nothing left but sorrow as tears fall like rain. Separation at the end of hatred, no escape, no return. We who once were close, now in anger we burn. Love that was once strong now shatters and breaks. Nothing can save us, we must part for our sakes. Sweet memories stored in the album of the past, but now they taste bitter as we look back at last. Each passing day feels empty, with hearts that have grown cold. Love turns into scars, no more happiness to hold. Every sharp word spoken leaves wounds deep in our hearts. We drift further apart, torn by the bitterness that starts. Love that was once so beautiful now turns into pain. Nothing left but sorrow as tears fall like rain. Separation at the end of hatred, no escape, no return. We who once were close, now in anger we burn. Love that was once strong now shatters and breaks. Nothing can save us, we must part for our sakes. Maybe time will heal the deep wounds that we bear, but now we must let go of the love we used to share. Let hatred be the parting as we find a new way. Though our hearts are achy, we must face a new day. Separation at the end of hatred, no escape, no return. We who once were close, now in anger we burn. Love that was once strong now shatters and breaks. Nothing can save us, we must part for our sakes. Goodbye to the love that we once held dear. Now only memories in hearts filled with fear. Separation at the end of hatred concludes our tale. We walk our paths alone, in search of love that won't fail.
In the twilight hour we met, it felt so right. In the beauty of our love, everything seemed bright, but words were spoken in anger, unchecked and harsh, leaving scars on our hearts that can't be washed away. Each sentence like a knife cutting deep inside, destroying dreams we built, hurting in silent strides. Though the quarrel seemed small, its impact was profound. Unforgivable words you spoke echo all around. Unforgivable words tearing our love apart. Every harsh syllable changing what's in our hearts. Between love and hate, now there's only pain. Unforgivable words, impossible to explain. In every sweet memory, now a shadow falls. Unforgivable words haunt the silence of these walls. No more laughter shared, just tears left behind. Small fights turn to heartbreak, love now redefined. Each sentence like a knife cutting deep inside, destroying dreams we built, hurting in silent strides. Though the quarrel seems small, its impact was profound. Unforgivable words you spoke echo all around. Unforgivable words tearing our love apart. Every harsh syllable changing what's in our hearts. Between love and hate, now there's only pain. Unforgivable words, impossible to explain. Oh, if time could rewind, I'd take back those words. Never would I speak and never cause such hurt. But now it's all too late, only wounds remain. Unforgivable words you spoke, a lasting stain. Unforgivable words tearing our love apart. Every harsh syllable changing what's in our hearts. Between love and hate, now there's only pain. Unforgivable words, impossible to explain. In the silence of the night, I remember all we've lost. Unforgivable words, forever at a cost. Our love shattered by words we can't forget. Unforgivable words in our hearts forever set. Behind the smile that seems so sweet, there lies a wound that can't be erased. Small quarrels, your sharp words leaving traces in this heart. Every night when I'm alone, I recall those harsh words again, like a knife slicing gently, leaving marks that can't be seen. Traces of quarrels in the heart, cutting deep, can't be erased. The love that once burned bright, now dimmed by the deep wounds inside. Every laughter that once existed now has turned into tears. Small quarrels yet so meaningful, leaving traces that can't be erased. Every night when I'm alone, I recall those harsh words again, like a knife slicing gently, leaving marks that can't be seen. Traces of quarrels in the heart, cutting deep, can't be erased. The love that once burned bright, now dimmed by the deep wounds inside. The deep wounds inside. Every laughter that once existed now has turned into tears. Small quarrels yet so meaningful, leaving traces that can't be erased. It can't be erased. night when I'm alone, I recall those harsh words again, like a knife slicing gently, leaving marks that can't be seen. Traces of quarrels in the heart, cutting deep, can't be erased. The love that once burned bright, now dimmed by the deep wounds inside. I try to hold on, though it's tough, but those traces keep haunting me. Can I erase this pain, or will I continue to hurt again? Traces of quarrels in this heart, teaching me about pain and love. Though this wound remains, may I heal it, rise above. We once shared promises under a sky full of stars. A love so intense, it seemed to know no bounds. But as time flows by, like a gentle stream, it slowly wears away the love we used to have. Every little argument, like a storm at sea, shakes the love boat, makes it sway and sway. Unnoticed every wound, deepening as it goes, like sand on the shore, eroded by the waves. Love eroded by time, its colors fading away. Once bright and shining, now dimmed in the dark. We try to hold on, but time keeps hurting. Our love disappears like morning dew. We talk to each other, but the words feel cold. Every small debate turns into a deep wound. The love that was once strong now becomes fragile. Too much time has divided us, making us forget. Every little argument, like a storm at sea, shakes the love boat, makes it sway and sway. Unnoticed every wound, deepening as it goes, like sand on the shore, eroded by the waves. Love eroded by time, its colors fading away. Once bright and shining, now dimmed in the dark. We try to hold on, but time keeps hurting. Our love disappears like morning dew. Time has taught us about love and loss. Though we struggle, our love erodes slowly. Fragments of memories become lessons in life. The love that once was, now a story left behind. Love eroded by time, its colors fading away. Once bright and shining, now dimmed in the dark. Try to hold on, but time keeps hurting. Our love disappears like morning dew. At the end of the journey, we leave behind the love eroded by time, but still precious. The love that was once strong, now a memory, eroded by time, but never forgotten. We once promised beneath the shining stars, making high hopes as if they would never fade. But one by one, the words began to spill, small quarrels tearing down all that we had built. Beautiful promises now turn to shards, bright hopes shattered in our disputes. I once believed this love was eternal, now only fragments of dreams I gave remain. Disputes that shatter promises, wearing down the love I hold. Every harsh word you spoke leaves a deep and unhealable wound. I used to pray for this love to be strong, facing all trials with nothing breaking. But now all that remains is a memory, only traces of recurring quarrels left behind. Beautiful promises now turn to shards, bright hopes shattered in our disputes. I once believed this love was eternal, now only fragments of dreams I gave remain. Disputes that shatter promises, wearing down the love I hold. Every harsh word you spoke leaves a deep and unhealable wound. I used to pray for this love to be strong, facing all trials with nothing breaking. But now all that remains is a memory, only traces of recurring quarrels left behind. Oh, how bitter is the reality, our shattered promises can't be restored. Small quarrels, yet they ruin everything, becoming the end of the story we wrote together. Disputes that shatter promises, wearing down the love we hold. Every harsh word you spoke leaves a deep and unhealable wound. Now we stand among the remnants of hope, watching our promises crumble in sadness. Disputes that never end, ending the love story we lived through. Oh, how bitter is the reality, our shattered promises can't be restored. Small quarrels, yet they ruin everything, becoming the end of the story we wrote together. Disputes that shatter promises. Behind the door that's tightly shut, we are trapped in the murkiness of emotions. Every sharp word and insult from you becomes a hidden moan within this home. The sound of a wounded heart, never heard outside, only buried deep. Behind the door, only silence remains, yet inside you're the one tearing it apart. Months behind never spoken aloud. Small arguments, but deep wounds, filling a space that should be full of love. In the room I call home, there's a pain that never fades. Too many wounds from trivial quarrels, leaving sorrow in every corner. The sound of a wounded heart, never heard outside, only buried deep. Behind the door, only silence remains, yet inside you're the one tearing it apart. Moans behind the door, voices never spoken aloud. Small arguments, but deep wounds, filling a space that should be full of love. In the room I call home, there's a pain that never fades. Too many wounds from trivial quarrels, leaving sorrow in every corner. The sound of a wounded heart, never heard outside, only buried deep. Behind the door, only silence remains, yet inside you're the one tearing it apart. Moans behind the door, voices never spoken aloud. Small arguments, but deep wounds, filling a space that should be full of love. Oh, how heartbreaking it is when our home turns into a battlefield. The closed door can't contain the moans of a heart full of pain. Now I wonder, can we mend what's been broken? Behind this closed door, is there a way to return to the love we've lost?
Once we had a love so strong and clear, shining bright, no shadows near. But small misunderstandings began to creep, and slowly our love started to weep. Words unspoken, assumptions made, turning vibrant love into a charade. Every misstep and every wrong call, tearing apart what we had, leaving a fall. Fading love due to misunderstanding, what was once bright is now disbanding. Every miscommunication, a crack in the wall, watching our once strong love slowly fall. What we had was more than gold, a story of love that we both told. But each small error, each misplaced word, echoes of pain that can't be unheard. Trust we built, now eroded by doubt. Our love once vibrant is now cast out. The bond we cherished is breaking apart, lost to the shadows of a wounded heart. Fading love due to misunderstanding, what was once bright is now disbanding. Every miscommunication, a crack in the wall, watching our once strong love slowly fall. Fading love due to misunderstanding, what was once bright is now disbanding. Every miscommunication, a crack in the wall, watching our once strong love slowly fall. Oh, how we faltered on paths so unclear. The love we had now disappears. Misunderstandings we thought were small turned into mountains that made us fall. Fading love misunderstanding. What was once bright is now disbanding. Every miscommunication, a crack in the wall, watching our once strong love slowly fall. As we stand at the edge of what used to be, wondering if this love can ever be free. Fading love from misunderstandings touch reminds us how we lost so much.